Hello everyone and welcome back to Painting with Martin. Today we're taking a look at one of the miniatures from Talisman 4th edition, the board game, and this one is called the Vampire Hunter. Apart from other videos where I show a primed figure ready to be painted, this one has already been painted by me, and I will show you step by step which colours I used so you can use the same approach, and this time you take a look at ready miniature. Now for all her facial details I looked at the card art and see that it's very pale, so instead of using the regular Cadian flesh tone or dark earth flesh contrast, I simply used pallid wish flesh from Citadel, giving her a very pale look, and that same goes for her hands. Taking a look at also her hair, I used black Templar contrast paint, but you can use any dark black color of your choice. For her eyes, instead of painting them the regular way I do it, I wanted a very dark gothic look, so I simply painted them black, filling in with a little bit of nylon oil, and then using some Mephiston red for the mouth, giving her a very scary look, almost like from A Nightmare Before Christmas kind of look. Now, for her black dress, I used black Templar contrast paint, and that goes also for her boots, as well as all the way, almost halfway up her thighs. Now, all her area between the stomach and the thighs, I used Sigor Brown, which is a contrast paint from Citadel, and I also used that for parts of the belt. Now, for the white details up here, you can see kind of like a little bit of bottles. I used also some pallid wish flesh, which is not pure white, but you can use pure white as well if you want to. Now, for her purple dress, I used skyish purple contrast paint, which is kind of like the entire upper part, but I also did that for a little bit of part of her dress, which I darkened further with a little bit of a Leviathan contrast purple as well. Now, for the cross and her necklace, I used some pure silver from Vallejo, and that also goes for a little bit of part of the silver part here up here at the elbow. Now she also is wearing a little bit of the dark green, so I used some Dark Angels green contrast paint for her upper part, kind of like for her kind of like corset. And I also used for all the wooden details, I used Mournfang Brown, which is the stake over here, and the stakes are on her thigh, the left thigh, and I also used some silver to add the details here on the little bit of knives. For that one I also used the tips of the knives here. I also used some silver from Vallejo. The book cover is simply a Elysian Elysian green, and the book pages is simply a Chape bone. This is a beautiful model to paint, and I highly recommend it. A dark color of your choice over here. Please subscribe to my channel for more content like this.